Welcome back, guys. This is the Crimson Fleet Haunt. This is our first ship that requires a pilot certification to drive. You need your piloting skill, I'll go ahead and show it to you, to be level 3. So where is it? Right here. You need it to be level 3 to fly the ship. And let's see why you need to level up, at least 3 different times in piloting to fly this thing. Why is this thing so much better than our other ships? Well, we can look at it right now and tell it's certainly larger than our other ships. The guns seem to be bigger. It's a little bit taller. This is the longest ship that we've looked at so far. But what makes it special? What makes it unique? Oh wow. Look at this holes through here. It's a lot of holes. But we're still walking around this thing. It's pretty big. This is the motor on this thing. This is the engine. Oh wow. So it's big. It's significantly bigger than the other one, right? And then just like the other one, the landing bay is in the back. So if you land in a hostile world, you can protect your companions. So yeah, but it's just a mammoth type machine, isn't it? Oh, I walked off the whole platform trying to get the front of this thing in here. Alright, so as of all ships that are big, I'm just going to try to walk under it. This is the first one I've been able to walk under this far. Can I walk under this? Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Captain, greetings.
Here is our entry. This is probably the most basic, plainest entry that we've ever seen before. There's absolutely nothing here. That's kind of disappointing. But let's go inside. Here is the inside of it. Okay. Just a basic storage room. Look how tall this is. Alright. And it dropped us into another basic storage room. I think they're called companionways. We go inside of here. Here's some science that I don't understand. It is what it is. Some lockers. So, since we're in a ship this big, this is a great time to tell you, if you put an item in your ship, it will stay there. However, if you modify your ship, it'll take all the items that you've set out and it'll put them in your ship's cargo hold, in your storage. So if you want to clean all this stuff out you can pick up in your lockers, and you want to put like your own special stuff in here for looks, or just cosmetic reasons because this is your ship that you decided on, you can do that. So here is a little lab workstation. We go to this side. There's more. A pharmaceutical lab. This is the first pharmaceutical lab that we've seen in a ship. Or research lab. This is the second ship we've seen with that besides the Frontier. We go in. So this whole thing is like a lab. That's cool. We have our bedroom. So we're going to rip it apart and see which point comes with a bedroom. It's probably going to be like a 3x1 because look, 1 section, 2 section, 3 section, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just guessing. Nothing is beyond our reach. This is a galley, so you can cook here too. You have your pharmaceutical lab and you can cook, your research lab. And then here is a TV with a desk and a couch. It's not a bed, so I'm curious to see what that is. We are back to the main part of the first floor. Let's go up one. Now we are at the top. Basic storage room, top docker for the space. Here's Vasco right in the middle of the way. That's what I'm telling you guys. Drop him off at a planet. You might not like hearing me say that. He might be your friend, but it is what it is. See, now I'm confused because this looks like it could be a dock point too, so we'll have to look at it. Basic storage room. There's a ladder going down this way. We're just going to jump down. Boom. Basic storage thing. Here is something new that we haven't seen before. So you have your weapon workbench and you have your industrial workbench, a table, a little bit of storage, a chair, and then here is your spacesuit workbench. So this one, I'm pretty sure, has all the workbenches in it. And you can store stuff. You can store 10 mass in this. That doesn't count against your cargo hold. And like I said, you could throw stuff on the tables or in a pile behind here. And as long as you don't modify your ship, it'll stay there and it won't take up mass. So if you have materials that you know that you need for research or whatever that you can't use yet, you can just throw them, in this area and it's good to go. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back up here. This video is almost as long as the ghost video by now, and we're still inside of our ship, so this thing's huge. You have your sealed meal trays. You can actually take these and eat them, so that's cool. 10 health, 5 health. Sell all this stuff. It's up to you. But here we are in the front. This is a little work area for your crew. We have to go around because our robot decided that he's going to stand in the middle and you can't get around him, which is fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. Alright, we are coming inside. This looks like the separation for the cockpit for this ship. We've seen Atayo Industry ships before, so we know exactly what to expect there. Captain's locker, 40 weight, and then your screen that I have turned off, and then the cargo hold. So 2 things for companions. You just slide right up here, which is what we're going to do to exit our ship the fastest way. And then we are going to rip this thing apart. So let's go ahead and exit our ship. They've always got something for you. They always, keep your stuff. It's always trash too. They never hand you a legendary gun you want.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Okay, no problem.
So I talked to the wrong guy. He saw that. We're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. We'll keep these together so we can look at them. There's a lot more pieces to this ship, isn't there? I think I'm gonna pull some of them out. We know where it went. Yeah, this thing has way more pieces than what we're used to. It was pretty big to walk through though, wasn't it? So I'll just leave those there. Pull these things back a little bit. Let's just pull it way up out of here. We'll just leave those here. So some people have asked what these errors are on the side, and the errors are not important to us because this was a flyable ship before we ripped it apart. So once we put it back together, it's going to be a flyable ship again. So that's not something that we need to worry about. We're just ripping these ships apart, finding out what the pieces are, in case you want to build your own ship. You'll know what they are and what they look like. That's all we're doing here. We're here to inspect the pieces. Oh my gosh. So holy cow, this is going to be the longest video on ships so far, but we'll try to go through it, see what we have. We have the tow. This is their samurai cockpit. Now this is a different bottom one, the forward sensors, because the other one just had holes in the front, guys, remember? So that's new for that ship. The braking engine, that was what was here. So it was just like this piece and this piece, but now we have the sensors in the middle. So our end cap port. So these are just for looks. Landing gear, we have to have our landing gear. The bottom cowling, 4 bottom. So these are looks too. So the top cowling, yeah, these are all just for looks. Landing gear, companionway 1x1. So that was that little storage area that we came into. We'll go over that in a second. These are the same on this side. The missile launcher, this is what, so 50 to 70 is like a 40% increase in power, because it's half of 100, so you got to double it up. So that's pretty good. Your shield damage is 23. You have two. Do you have 2 of these? So that's good too. That makes this one of the stronger ships we've had. Hull damage 27.60. So this is the best combat ready ship that we've seen so far. But not only is it the best combat ready ship that we've seen, but it's also the best all around ship if you're trying to live out of this thing. Because as we saw, it has every single crafting thing that we need. So that's super awesome. We have the aft bottoms for both sides of the engines. And then we have our fuel jumps. This one has 280, so you should be able to fly all around the system with this thing, no problem. These are the fronts to these engines. Yeah, so these are just looks to make the engine look cooler. And this is the most thrust we've ever seen and the most maneuverability we've ever seen. So this one has 1,500 more maneuverability and about 4,000 more thrust than we've seen on an engine. And there's 2 of them. So this thing's pretty good. One of these ships could outmaneuver the Frontier ship. So yeah. We have our inertial reactor. It does 16. It's just barely better than the Phantoms. And then we have the Beta grav drive, which is a 10. Most of them that we've seen so far is a 9, so this is the first one, it's a 10. But it has a 27 thrust, so that's pretty cool. We have our cargoes. There are 2 of them this time, so that's why our cargo is, this is 320 cargo by itself. So without the cargo, that's what the ship would have, right? So that's cool. Our science lab 2x1 mid, so that's what had the pharmaceutical lab in it, and that's what had the not the galley, but the research lab. So that's the science lab 2x1, and then a workshop 2x1. The workshop is what had the spaceships and things like that in it. So these 2 were very important because they had everything but the galley. So what had the galley in it? Let's see if we can find it. Companionway, companionway, companionway. We know it's not the companionways. What's over here? The all-in-one berth. So this is actually a 2x1, and then these are all, let me grab them. These companionways are all of your storage closets. And I'm pretty sure there was more than 3, so I'm going to try to find them, because I feel like there are so many storage closets. Here's one. Let's get that storage closet out the way. Control station, we know what this one was. So, what else do we have here? We've seen all of this, we've went over all this. We know that those plates help to hold weapons. So, end caps on both sides, the fronts. I think we have torn it apart and pretty much figured out what we needed to from this ship. Here's another one. Look at how many there are. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 storages. That's just a waste of space to me. Like, why do you need that much storage rooms? They don't carry storage. They don't give you cargo room. I don't know. That's just a lot. That's overkill for this. Which this is what you actually want. This science lab and this workshop. And maybe the all-in-one berth so you could get that kitchen. But this is it. I mean, throw some engines on that, the front on that, and you got yourself a ship. Oh, we just found out something new. It gives you an error once you go back so far. So, now it's back to normal. And this is the Crimson Fleet Specter. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.